Well, here's a very important event taking place in New Westminster. The 11th anniversary of the Recovery Day BC Festival is taking place, where veteran opioid addictions professionals are available to discuss recovery from opioid addictions for addicts, family, and friends. But it's a mix of this and some entertainment. There's even a kid zone at this event. So you can see it's an interesting approach to this. And to discuss a little bit more about this is one of the organizers, founder and executive director of the Paradise Valley Healing Center, Nirmala Raniga. Thanks so much for being with us.
Good morning, Bruce. First of all, happy Saturday, happy Recovery BC Day, and thanks for having me on the show this morning.
Indeed. And, somebody hearing about this or even seeing some of the posters for this event taking place in New Westminster might scratch their head a little bit because it's kind of like an event, almost like a festival, but it's dealing with a pretty important subject. Tell me about that.
Well, Bruce, that's a very good question. I'll tell you why, because I've been working in this field for decades, about 30 years, and there's two parts of it where we see people dying. We see our numbers have been, it's just hard to imagine 6 people dying a day on overdose, illegal fentanyl, toxic drugs. And on the other hand, we have people who actually go into treatment, go into recovery mode, have a life outside of addiction, and have a family. So when you look at these two spectrum, people who actually even do the therapeutic work to heal, they sometimes continue to live in shame. They continue to feel they are less than, because as we know how addicts are perceived and seen by the general public, there's still that judgment, there's still that lack of empathy in providing that support. So Recovery Day BC is really about bringing everybody under one umbrella where those people in recovery can celebrate freely and feel they are whole. As human beings, we are all whole, but we always, most of us come across certain challenges in life where we make choices that's not most therapeutic, but more to self-medicate.
Yeah.
And so this is why it's important for community to come together to understand that people can heal. They can see, like, for example, like our team will be there, our therapist will be there. It's just, for me, it makes my day when our former a client or patient or guest, whatever you want to call them, come to our booth and say, thank you, I am doing well, you all have helped me. So it is a way to celebrate people who have chosen a life outside of the addiction issues and have a quality of life. And I think it's good even for children to come and see that, because as we see the numbers, as we look at the age, it's young people. We're looking at 10, 11, 12-year-olds getting into addiction. And this is an exposure and education and awareness.
Well, and it's interesting with this event. We can talk about giving back dignity and taking away some of the stigma and humanization of what is really involved here. But I think more importantly, this is a family event that's taking place, and family members can turn up, and also those who are living with addictions have the opportunity to learn, right?
Absolutely. Family members can come. There are probably like 150 different booths from mental health addiction treatment centers, naloxone training. It's time for people to come and learn how they can help, how can they support a loved one. We all need those tools in our box, because more and more people, especially with post-COVID, we see a lot more people struggling with mental health and addiction.
When somebody comes to this event in New Westminster, what are they going to see? What can they do?
Well, there's lots to do. There are so many booths just from one end to the other. There are, many streets blocked off. And, of course, there are people who will be selling things. There's a kids zone. There's music. It's just very, very interesting to see how community comes together to support those who are in recovery, those who are in struggling.
And I guess it wouldn't just be for those who have been touched directly by addiction. Could I, as just an interesting member of the community that knows that this is a serious problem, come down and still find something that connects with me?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's for anyone to show up there and just experience what it is all about. I mean, I know at our booth we have this wonderful woman, Michelle, who's in recovery. In a sense, she's on a treatment program, but she comes and she actually does art. She makes this wonderful, wonderful cards, and she paints them. So, it's showcasing people like that who are still in treatment, but they can function and they can have a life outside of the challenges, right? And people stop by and they just watch her, what she's doing.
Okay.
And it's inspiration. It's inspiring, right?
Nirmala, those that want information, where can they go to get it?
Well, you can go on Recovery BC, the website. It's on 6th and 6th in New Westminster. And from 12 to 6, a lot will be happening. And it's a beautiful day and a way to celebrate and actually support those who are choosing to heal and recover.
Thanks so much for spending time with us. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And you have a beautiful day, Bruce.